When those red and blue lights pop on behind you when you're driving down the street, it's a signal that law enforcement is in pursuit of someone. But is it you? And if so, how does that make you feel? Here's a better question. When you're actually pulled over by police, what are you supposed to do? This is a very dangerous situation for a police officer because they don't know who you are. But just the same, you don't know who they are. Look, they could be a consummate professional. They could be the epitome of what we would expect a police officer to be. Or they could be rude and disrespectful, hostile and temperamental, racist or discriminating. Now what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to respond to that? These are some of the questions that have gone unanswered for far too long and have been at the center of a lot of heartache in this country, but no more. We can do better. Over the next several videos, I'm going to be discussing some of this matter and hopefully answering a lot of the questions that a lot of you may have had. My name is Derrick Dotson, and I'm the founder of the Black Sanctuary. In 2020, I took a lot of phone calls from family and friends regarding the high-profile police shootings and murder we all witnessed, but they came to me due to my background. I worked in law enforcement on the federal, state, and municipal levels of government, either directly for an agency or through a task force. And for the last 17 years, I've also been a use of force instructor. But let me tell you, being Black and in government does not make you exempt from other aspects of the Black American experience. I've been the subject of dozens of traffic stops. I've had the unfortunate experience of stop and frisk. And my family and I, we've also lost a loved one, a cousin I grew up with who was shot and killed by police. So I took these calls from family and friends as a concerned Black man, but one with a unique dual perspective from both sides of the badge that most people just don't have. For instance, I had no idea that the general public has minimal understanding when it comes to law enforcement, their policies, use of force, or the fact that your own actions can influence an officer's decision-making. You have a lot more power in those situations than you've been led to believe. On top of that, a lot of the solutions I heard for police reform were extremely misguided. But again, I learned that most people don't have anything more than a Law and Order, NYPD Blue, CSI Miami education on law. With that said, I'm not the type of person to stand by and watch other people get killed just because they haven't had the privilege of learning what I've been able to learn over the years. So I did what I normally do when I see a problem like this. I don't ignore it. I get busy. While police reform will allegedly fix law enforcement and save the country, and it's off to a bad start, by the way, it's going to take a very long time. So how many more people are going to be killed while they take time to figure that out? But check this out. I already know that if you know how to safely interact with cops, the chance for something bad happening goes way down. The officer's potential for use of force goes way down. Everyone's potential of walking away from that situation goes way up. These are very sophisticated statistics, I know. Actually, I've already spoken with an FBI agent about this, and as thorough as the FBI can be, those statistics do not yet exist. But that's the type of perspective that I'm trying to create with this work. So I took all of the information, the questions and concerns that people came to me with, and I developed a presentation, one that whoever heard it would immediately make them safer if they interacted with police. And this information was well received. I had parents coming to me asking, what do I tell my children? I had Black parents coming to me saying, hey man, my kid is about to start driving. What am I supposed to say to them? I took a step back and evaluated the need, and I saw this need for public education and law enforcement. Fast forward, the Black Sanctuary was born, and we are the first Black-owned and Black-founded business to focus on law enforcement education, mindset and empowerment, and safety and security. I named my company the Black Sanctuary because Black Americans are the primary focus, due to the fact that issues in law enforcement have disproportionately affected the Black community, but it's not exclusive to us. Everyone, no matter your age, your race, your resources, everyone is affected by the law, so the content I create is for everyone. The Black Sanctuary's primary focus is to make sure that every police interaction a private citizen has remains as uneventful as possible. And we do this by sharing our objective knowledge, indisputable information, and truth that I've learned from both sides of the badge. At the end of the day, I want everyone to go home safely. Cops or private citizens, it doesn't matter to me. We're talking about human beings. We're talking about moms and dads and sons and daughters, friends and neighbors, our children. Tamir Rice, Michael Brown, Laquan McDonald, Eric Garner, Terrence Crutcher, Alton Sterling, Walter Scott, Hunter Britton, Jacob Blake, Rayshard Brooks, Breonna Taylor, my cousin JT. Unfortunately, I could go on and on. But all of these situations were avoidable, one way or another. I'm asking you to help me make sure that no one else is affected by these senseless tragedies. Please share this content because you don't know whose life you might save just by sharing a little bit of information. Thank you for listening. Now let's get to work. If you'd like to learn more, please visit our website at theblacksanctuary.com. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below.